Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 815. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham. I do invite you to click on that link on the Facebook side to join me on camera, shoot the breeze, share information, promote yourself and or your business. And while you're at it, if you could share this out, that would be awesome so that more people here in Durham can know what's happening. Now I'm going to grab some water here. Actually, it's a mixture of water and juice. Still trying to get my voice back. I have a little summer cold, so please excuse me real quick. Very important to stay hydrated. And actually, they're saying that older people, like myself, I don't mind saying, should be drinking water all day long to stay hydrated, especially when it's hot. Okay, so let me get started with the word page. That is the nonprofit and government information page. I do like to point out that there's some wonderful programs, really helpful programs, as offered by local nonprofits, also the city of Durham and Durham County. So at your convenience, definitely go to durhamskywriter.com and then scroll down to the word page. Okay, and there's a little collaboration you need to know about. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It is the Durham County Board of Elections and Kids Voting Durham. So they're working together. They're teaming up to host the Kids I Voted sticker contest. And this is open to students from kindergarten all the way up through the 12th grade. So this will determine who gets to wear, not who gets to wear, because we're all invited to vote, of course, all of us who are registered to vote, but which design we're going to end up wearing. Because as you know, after you vote, they hand you a sticker to put on your shirt or whatever to let people know you voted and to remind them to go out and vote too. So if your kid's design wins, then you'll see it all over town on election day. Also, there's a cash prize as well. Now, here's the deadline. This is coming Friday, okay? Friday at 5 p.m. That is the deadline for getting the design in. So this is really exciting. And let me know, please, if your child's design has been chosen. I would love to have your child on Bull City Hangout and to show off the design. That would be super awesome. Okay, let's see what else is happening. There's a lot more on the word page. I'm just choosing certain items. So the Durham County libraries are all open until 8, including Bragtown. They will reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown will reopen at 10 tomorrow. Okay, now if you're interested, if you like local politics and you want to help canvass and talk to people about the issues that they're concerned about, and also, of course, encouraging them to vote, then you might want to connect with Durham for All. It's a nonprofit, a community group. So they're doing Canvas with Durham for All. They started, I think, this past Saturday, and they're choosing different days, different times. You can actually look at their schedule on the Word page and also on the Legal Ease page. And then you can choose when you can join them. And like I said, go around and talk to people and encourage them to vote. It's so vastly important. So definitely that can be found on 2 pages, Word and Legal Ease. Okay, let's see what's on the docket for Durham Tech's Small Business Center, Durham Technical Community College that is. Let's see. Oh, no class today, but tomorrow at 1 p.m. there's going to be a free class, and these classes are totally free. They're online. They're like webinars. They're live. You can ask questions, and actually, not all of them are actually given by Durham Tech. Some of them are from other community colleges from across the state. But figure what the heck? You don't have to pay extra. You don't have to pay at all. So tomorrow there's going to be a free class at 1 o'clock from 1 until 3. Access to capital for your small business. And again, it's free, so sign up in advance and definitely attend and be ready to take some notes. Okay, and there's more classes, a bunch being given this week, and they're all listed on the Word page. Okay. The deadline is Friday's a big day. So go Durham /go Triangle. They invite us, those of us who take the bus, public transportation, to check out the Durham County Transit Plan. They want to hear from us. They want to know what we think about future plans, also to give our suggestions. My suggestion is to look at Route 10, which to me is like the craziest bus route I've ever seen in my life, but I love it. Anyway, if you have suggestions, definitely. There is the video that you can watch right on the pages of the Durham Skywriter, and then you can read some materials in English. They also have Spanish, and then take the survey. The deadline is this Friday, and they really, really want to hear from us. Okay. Project 300. Their deadline has also been moved to this coming Friday. Project 300, let me find it real quick, is run by RNS Sports. And this is where Mr. 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 𝗖𝗓𝗧, he's the director. So he wants to see if we, citizens, residents of Durham County, if we can donate shoes, sneakers, new sneakers, so that the low-income kids, they can start school looking good, feeling good, got the self-esteem going. So if you could help by donating a pair of shoes, they would love that. The deadline is this Friday, and then I think they're going to make the big announcement today as to where they will be when they give away these 300 pair of sneakers. That's why it's called Project 300. And by the way, they're looking for shoes all the way from pre-K size all the way up to high school size. So we're talking about 4-year-olds up to 18-year-olds. So if you can help out, they would love it. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the school tools page. I need some water. Excuse me. Okay, let's go to the school page real quick. Actually, let me do this real quick. Had to mute myself as I cough. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go to the school tools page. I know school is starting really, really, really soon. And in fact, Empowered Minds Academy, they're having a information session, and that's going to be tomorrow from 11 until noon. So obviously I'm mentioning this now. So Empowered Minds Academy, they're sort of like right across the street from the main library downtown. And their address is 311 Oakwood Avenue. Again, they're going to hold this information session. Learn about their mission, philosophy, and beliefs. They use the authentic Montessori model for those who are ages 4 through 6. And then they have the learner-driven environment for those who are ages 7 to 10. So this sounds like a really interesting school. You might want to check it out and read about it by going to the school tools page. And now let's go to the health page. There's lots more on that page, but I just like to choose just certain little items. So let's go to the health page. And let's see if I have the kit close by. Let's see. There it is. So on the health page, and I need to put it on the school tools page as well. Let me scroll to the item. So there is something new, or new to me at least, and it's called the Child Print ID Kit. It's free. You can pick one up at �𝗓 Pharmacy. �𝗓 Pharmacy is in the Woodcroft Shopping Center, and you can read all about it on the health page. So basically, this is where you gather a whole bunch of information about your kid. Each kid, of course, one kid per child. And this is on the off chance. Hopefully, nothing will ever happen to your child. But you really, really do need to fill this out so that you can have all the pertinent information, cheek swab, fingerprints, everything that you need is right there in this kit. And you can pick them up during office hours at �𝗓 Pharmacy. Well, look who is waiting in the wings. Fraser Ramsey, long time no see. He's in Scotland. I'm going to bring him on right after the weather. He runs online radio station/network. But anyway, we'll talk about that with Fraser in just a second. So let me continue with the health page. One more item on this particular page. So HELP is open tomorrow. HELP is the Health Equipment Loan Program. This is where they take items that you no longer want items to help you with, like self-help, mobilization. We're talking about wheelchairs, knee scooters, grabber sticks, tub transfer benches, that sort of thing. So they accept items from regular folks. They disinfect and repair as necessary, and then they long-term loan them to people who need them. So I just want to point this out for the month of August. They have to catch up. So obviously they've been getting a lot of donations, which is wonderful, but they do need to catch up. So they will be accepting items probably starting in September next month. But you can always go and pick up something that you need. So on Tuesdays, they're open from 10 until 2. Then they're also open on Friday afternoons. So they're now located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and that is Suite 100, the Health Equipment Loan Program, run by Project Access, Durham County. Okay, we're now going to go to the health events page, which you can find by scrolling up to the top of the health page. Then you click on the big blue button there. So let's click on that. So let's see. Kids Care Teens is tonight. Let me see if I can find that. So I said Kids Care, I meant Kids Can. So Kids Can Teens, you might have already heard about the Kids Can program. That's for young people starting with age 4, those who have parents who've been, or grandparents, diagnosed with cancer. So Kids Can Teens, this is for those who are ages 13 to 18 whose parents, grandparents, or guardians are being affected by cancer. They can talk among themselves, share that Black humor that sometimes they have to cope, and just talk about things. They can get some questions answered, etc., etc. Sometimes parents are very protective and they just don't want to talk about things with their teens or their kids, and sometimes they have questions. So this is going to be online from 6:30 until 7:30, and it's run by Duke, the Duke Cancer Center. Now tomorrow, the long-term care community support group meeting is online, and this is going to be tomorrow from noon until 1:15 for those who have family members in long-term care. Okay, let's quickly go over to the praise page. I want you to hear about some funding. Okay, so let me find that. The North Carolina Council of Churches, they have a series of fundraising tools. They have mini grants where you can get up to $1,000. Your congregation can put together a program to deal with these different problems. You don't have to deal with them all. You can choose among, let's see, tobacco problems, healthy eating, increasing physical activity, mental health, HIV, healthy aging, which is what I'm trying to do, the drug overdose crisis, etc. So you can get up to $1,000. Now, if at least 3 congregations get together, I'm saying congregations because it's not just Christian churches, but also the Jewish community, Muslim community, whatever communities we have, faith communities are also invited. So at least 3 congregations can work together on a problem, and they can get funded up to $5,000. And then BIPOC, which is Black, Brown, Indigenous, People of Color congregations, can get between $5,000 and $10,000 dealing with COVID, mental health problems. So you can definitely look into this by going to the praise page of the Durham Skywriter. And it sounds like I need to put this on the health page as well. I think I'll do that as well. Okay, now the last page we will be visiting is the Let's Go page. That's the calendar of events page. So let's go there. And then let's scroll down to 15. And then we'll get to meet with Mr. Fraser Ramsey. See what he's up to. Okay, New Visions of Africa Restaurant, as they do every weekday. They will be giving away free meals from 3 until 6. If you are in need, don't be ashamed. Just go by there and you can get a free meal at New Visions of Africa restaurant on Fayetteville Street, right next door to W.D. Hill. The Historic Fayetteville Street Corridor Planning Group, they're going to have a meeting today, an in-person meeting, keeping pace with growth on historic Fayetteville Street. It's going to be today in the Phoenix Event Center, in the Phoenix Crossing Shopping Center on Fayetteville Street from 6 until 8. And this is where Marvin Williams with the City of Durham's Public Works Department, he's going to lead a discussion with a focus on Heritage Square. I know a lot of us are wondering what's going on with Heritage Square on Lakewood. So Heritage Square, Fayette Place, I'm curious about that as well, and also South Side Phase 3. I'm super interested in that. So anyway, it's free admission, of course. And you don't have to register, but I do have a link in case you do want to register, just in case it gets crowded. They want to make sure we can all fit in the, what's it called? The Phoenix, let me find it. Phoenix Event Center. There you go. Okay, now the Hayti Heritage Center, they're going to have their Heritage Rhythms African Dance class. It's in person again at the Hayti Heritage Center on Fayetteville Street, and this is going to be from 6:30 until 8. And this is where you pay in advance. The weekly fee is $10, so you can pay today online and then go in person, learn some African steps, do some deep breathing, some cardio, etc., get back in shape. So this should be a really fun event, 6:30 until 8. The Down South Shuffle, Nikki and the Remix Crew, they're having their line dance class. That's going to be at the Southwest Regional Library. It's free. They do ask that you wear comfortable clothes and, of course, your sneakers. So this is going to be from 6 until 7:15. Glad Nikki and them are back. Marva's Fun, she never went anywhere. She has her Stay Well virtual line dance class from 7 until 8. It's on Zoom, always free and always fun with Marva's. Okay, last but not least, the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival's Summer Road Show. They'll be showing a movie. Well, they're supposed to. I hope it doesn't rain. But anyway, they're supposed to be showing a movie called Storm Lake. It's a documentary. It's going to be in Durham Central Park from 8 until 10. And this is where a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, Art Cullen, and his family struggle to unite and inform their Iowan farming community through their bi-weekly newspaper. Now that sounds interesting to me. So if you take your blanket, then have a plastic tarp too, because I know the ground's going to be kind of wet. Otherwise, just bring your lawn chair. And food trucks are going to be in the area. Wherever there's people, there's food trucks. So I do hope it doesn't get rained out. And speaking of which, let's look at the weather. Let me just remind you real quick. New Visions of Africa will be giving away groceries tomorrow at 12:30. So let me remind you about that. Now, as far as the weather is concerned, it's 72 right now. It's cloudy. I just saw the sun peek out a second ago, but it's supposed to be cloudy all day, going up to 78 with rain starting around 5-ish, lasting through the evening, even the night. Now, tomorrow it's going up to 75 with a 50% chance of rain. So we will definitely see about that. I do hope the movie doesn't get rained out tonight because I hate when that happens. So anyway, Fraser's been sitting, waiting. He's in Scotland. Let us not. Oh, wait, he has a message for me. Let me click on it. And he's saying long time. Let's see what he means by that. He's speaking cryptically. Okay, so let's bring on Fraser Ramsey from Scotland. Hello. Fraser, what is new?
There we go. That's better.
Welcome.
When I said long time, it's long time since I've seen you.
Oh yeah. Oh, super long time. How's biz? How's things going?
I'm trying to think. Where have you been? Have you not seen? I've got mild kidney cancer. Yes.
You have what? Say it again.
I have mild kidney cancer. Where have you? That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah.
You.
Oh,
No, you didn't know.
kidney cancer. Whoa.
Yeah, I
I
was.
didn't know. I know you're taking care of it. Wow.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
you knew that, didn't you? Did you?
No.
No, all right, okay. I thought you knew.
This isn't the kind of thing you want to hear while on the
That's
air. I
that's why
mean,
you've been. I was wondering why you've been a bit vacant. Literally, I
wow.
thought you.
Okay.
I didn't realize you'd been around because I haven't seen you in a while. I thought, oh, well, okay. I thought you
Well,
knew
I've been
'cause I
doing
was.
my show every day, although
Oh,
last week
really?
I was out 3 days because I have a little summer cold. In
Okay.
fact, I have to remind myself to stay hydrated.
Uh, I'm surprised you haven't seen my news. Maybe you don't see my Facebook. You're not looking at fake people's Facebook walls too much. Maybe you're just on.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I've been sort of like a little hermit, so I need to
That
get
might be why. Because I
more
was.
social.
Yeah, I was thinking that I was thinking I got a letter in the post thinking it was my next appointment. I've actually got mild kidney cancer. Basically, it's fixable, but it was diagnosed about May. It's been about. I'm waiting. I'm hoping to get my next appointment regarding cryogenic information. So I'm still waiting for that.
Cryogenic.
It's
Wow.
about freezing
Wait a
it.
minute. Wait. You weren't informed that you have cancer by the mails, were you?
No, 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 no. I was
Oh, oh,
talking about something else. I was thinking I
oh,
was getting my next appointment, um,
oh.
but I'm due an appointment to investigate the ins and outs of cryogenics and freezing what I have, which is, um,
Oh.
but yeah, at the moment I was thinking, but the letter was to say it was from Macmillan Cancer Support. So I'm thinking, there
Wow.
we go. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. No, you have to
Whoa,
actually.
what happened? Oh, there it is. We're
No,
here for you.
I'm using a virtual background. That's why.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you have a fancy new house.
Well, it's not mine. It's just a virtual background. So it's like, oh crap. So it's a bit frustrating. Never mind. Hey ho.
Are
Yeah,
you still you're still able to work? I know you own your own business.
yeah. I'm still working. Yeah, I'm still doing my usual stuff. I'm doing a quotation. I'll be leaving in about probably half an hour just to go and do a quotation. So that's what I'll be doing.
Okay.
So
So right now it's 5 in the afternoon.
yeah, I come out for 5:30. The magic
Okay.
number is 5. The magic number is 5
I
between
love
you
how
and
you
me.
all say that 5:30 instead of 5:30. I like that.
Oh,
Half
really?
five.
Half 5 or
I like that.
5:30, half 5 back.
That's cool.
Or we
That's
say that,
very
or
cool.
sometimes we say the back of 5. It's been the back of 5 is just after 5.
Okay, the back of
So
five.
if somebody
I
says,
like half five.
if
That's
I was to
cool.
say I'll meet you for a coffee, the back of 5, that means probably around 5, about 10 past, give or take, is about the back of 5.
Interesting. I like that. Okay.
So just as a different way of saying it, so instead of saying 5 o'clock on the dot, I'll say I'll see you about around
Mhm.
the back of 5.
Does
So
anybody ever say like 5-ish?
aye, back of 5, same thing, 5ish, back of
5-ish.
5,
Yeah.
5ish,
Okay.
around that time, kind of thing.
What's the biggest? So I know that you're a cleaner, and let's promote your business, even though I'm not a scholar. Edinburgh Dusters, right?
Yeah, oh, well done. You got that's impressive. You said it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So What's the biggest house you ever cleaned?
I would say the biggest house, the dirty. I've been doing a lot of dirty houses recently. Big hoarders cleans and things, and for
Oh,
social,
that's scary.
just really dirty, disgusting places. But yeah, we've done a
Wow.
few of them. But yeah, you just take it as it's going, really, depending on what usual regular day to day stuff at present.
Mhm.
So.
So
Uh,
when you clean a hoarder's home, do you wear the hazmat suit and then throw it away, or what?
all depends if you need it or not. Depends how bad it is. Uh, Depends if you just chuck it and bin it. Yeah, just depends.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on what scale of badness it is. I mean, it can be bad, but just wear gloves. Really, it's not too bad. But
I
you
guess
just
you have to be kind of a tough person because I think I would probably not do well
yeah,
with a job like that. Oh,
yeah. I've cleaned up some
nice.
interesting stuff recently, but hey, it's all good. But anyway, but yeah, edinburghdusters.co.uk or .com,
Awesome.
both.
Yeah.
But cleaning services in and around Edinburgh. I'm surprised with you being on. The usual suspect, or a certain usual suspect, is around as well, but he's obviously not
Oh,
seeing us.
Guy was on Saturday.
All right, okay.
Or was it Friday? Wait,
I thought he'd be around.
Friday.
I did actually. I did tag him in as a guy. Expecting him to pop in.
Yeah, Yeah, he's kind of semi-regular, and I think he was on. I think it was Friday
Cool.
or Saturday. I think it was Saturday.
But anyway, I shared this into Work in Focus, the group.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
people,
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
people in Work in Focus, hello. Who might
Work
see
in
this
Focus.
live or
Yeah, that's
watching
our
us live.
Facebook group.
The group that, well, Eileen, I noticed, Eileen, if you're watching and you hear us, I know she doesn't quite post. She's not been. Maybe she's just being granny duties. Actually, she's not posting as much stuff. Maybe I'm just,
Actually, Eileen Smith was on. She did a YouTube show this Saturday. I watched it,
I didn't
and
realize.
yeah, she was just on this Saturday talking about new developments in Twitter with Twitter.
Ooh,
And of course, she showed pictures of her grandson. Like you said, she's a
yeah, should
very
be.
proud grandma.
I think she's Miss the granny, the
You
granny's
gotta show
granny.
up this
I've got.
day.
I just think I want to say, can you call her Granny Smith because it's a Granny Smith is like an apple.
That's an apple.
Sorry,
I love
Eileen.
it.
That is,
Granny
yes,
Smith. Oh, that's hilarious. You
I,
know what? Somebody needs to make her a Granny Smith t-shirt.
I give you. I can be with an apple on it.
That would be awesome.
Eileen, sorry. There we go.
Share that idea with her. I think she will jump on that.
A Granny Smith T-shirt with a cup with some Wawa coffee. That'll do. Bingo.
Because all you have to do is to make a design and then have a print on demand company print just a one-off t-shirt.
That's
She
easy.
would love that.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Granny Smith, literally. She's trying to think what it is.
Or she'll have her grandson wear it. That would be even
Exactly.
better.
That could be funny. But yeah, so
Make the parents jealous.
So yeah, I'm not. I think it's just. I think it's just. This is the first time for some reason I've caught you live. I don't know why it's just. I think it's just Facebook algorithms or how they do the stuff.
Well, with your being an entrepreneur, I know you're probably always busy. But yeah, I try to do the show every weekday at this time, noon Eastern, USA, and then on Saturdays 2 hours earlier, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
In
I think
the
it's
morning.
because on Monday, I think I've been busy the last few Mondays and I've not seen it. Monday, I don't tend to do much at this time. I'm usually working at this time anyway. When you are doing it, it's why I don't see it. So,
speaking of busy, you still have Mint Wave.
Yes, present. I am looking to pass it on
to
some. I'm passing it on to somebody who wants to take it on. I've got two options at the moment. Because I'm taking a break because I'm tired. I'm knackered, basically. And I'm concentrating on my health, so I kind of come to stage that I don't have the resources to take it any further. And to me, I need to pass it on and say here.
I understand. I do want to point out though that you probably know about WJMS Radio online. It's run by Jamie.
She doesn't do that anymore.
That's why I see her so much.
She doesn't do. She gave up that ages ago. She wrapped her.
I didn't know. See, I'm not caught up, Fraser.
There we go. I think you're being. You're kind of the boats have been.
Because I was just gonna tell you, Jamie is killing it on TikTok, but I had no idea that she's no longer doing WJMS Radio.
Yes, well, she did. She changed it. She changed it from the WJMS Radio to WJMS Media, so she does media stuff instead. So the radio stuff is for her is
okay.
That was probably it was last year. It was last year. She called it a day. She just basically is similar.
Some of us are just not caught up, Fraser.
You obviously, I think you hibernating was a bit longer than expected.
Boy.
Yeah, I think you maybe need to. I think you've maybe lost a year somehow. Lost a couple of years.
Yeah, I need to catch up with everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I need to be more social. I need to be more because yeah.
Well, considering you do news, you need to maybe get
I'm trying to keep up with Durham, but I need to keep up with everybody. My friends too.
Because that is news in a sense.
Yeah.
Even though it's what you're keeping up with in your local area, that is general news and updates.
Sure.
You could a way of supporting your friends through what you do and vice versa.
Exactly. Listen.
Yes.
We've all been hearing about how hot it is in Europe, and you're so far north in Scotland. Is that affecting Scotland as well?
Well, down south have been getting the weather, so they've been baking literally. They're still baking
Wow.
today, I think, but it's a bit cooler. Um, we've had
Sweet.
rain for the first proper. We've had rain last night and rain. It's very humid today, but it's a lot cooler. It's very humid.
Okay.
Still feels, but no, it's a bit more normality up here. It has been warm for us. We got a good 20 on Thursday, a good 27 degrees centigrade, which is a
Mm.
good, which is hot.
Okay, because I know 30 is our 90. 30 centigrade is
Yeah,
like
so
90.
not far off that if you think about
Yeah.
it. So
Mhm.
good. So mid 80s, you
That's
probably
really
see.
hot for Northern Europe. Wow.
That's for us. It's hot. Yeah, it has been warm and it's been but it's been raining, which is starting to it cools it down a little bit. It's still humid though, but it feels about.
And as a person who only knows Scotland by looking at maps, it looks like you should be getting a lot of really nice, cool breezes. But
Well, the thing is, it's depending on where it is. There's the central belt of Scotland, which is Edinburgh, Glasgow, kind of this direction,
Mhm.
that's coming from Scandinavia down the way. So like your
Ooh,
Sweden, Norway. So we get
so
this
you
always tend to get this sort of weird weather front if it is the more the coming down the way, and it
mhm.
kind of gives us So you just deal with it, kind of thing, you know. But
I gotta ask you something because I have a new I have something I want to show off. But first, I need to ask you, how do you market what you do? Oh, look who the cat drug in. Speaking of God, hey guy,
it's the Scarlet Pimpernel himself.
how about that?
Well, I saw this post come up in Facebook and it just had my name, so I figured it was an invitation.
Yeah. Well, consider it so.
There we go. So what were you going to say? Sorry, guy. What were you going to ask, Pat?
Well, I was asking, with your being, working for yourself, so how do you promote your business when you come across someone who you think might be a good prospect?
How do I promote? I mean, for like customers, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, you just hand them a card, or I'm going to
Uh,
show off, guy, because I already showed you.
no.
Yeah.
I just
So,
well, no, just I just advertise in places, or there's a place called Gumtree, like you have Craigslist or something. We have Gumtree. There's other places.
okay, let
Just
me show you. Check this out.
what is that?
So if someone says, "Oh, do you have a business card?" Of course, I could hand them a business card, or I could tell them to tap their phone on this bracelet, and it
Uh,
takes them to a special page that lists all my social media, my YouTube, my website, everything, my phone, my email, everything. You just tap the phone, and it takes you to a special page with
is that
everything,
is that
with everything.
charge? Is that like battery chargeable or not really? No.
It is it's called, what is it, guy? NFC technology, near field communication technology. So
Okay.
you can make like fobs that you wear around your neck, or keychain, or business cards.
You know
So
what I
this is
was
like,
thinking about that, Pat? And you know what that chip is? It's the same chip like you get for your pets, so they can go to the vet and scan it and say, "Oh, this is owned by such and such."
oh,
I
that
bet
makes sense.
You're not telling Pat to go to the vet, are you? That's ridiculous.
because they have to be right on the pet to touch it, right?
Mhm.
Aye.
Yeah, that
Maybe
makes sense.
different app use it on the phone, but it's the same. I'm thinking.
So this is about maybe 25 euros over there, or 23 euros, or whatever. And then the page is free. So you said it's two separate companies, but the page
Okay.
is totally free. And you can actually, if you don't want to go through this expense, you can actually get a free app, make a QR code, and put that on your phone, and they can do the same thing. They can take their phone and hover it over your QR code,
Or
and
have
then
it blown up and put on the side of your van for
go.
Edinburgh Dusters.
Yeah, you can
Suppose
do
you could,
that.
yeah, I suppose it's just depend. I think sometimes just a physical card can be just as good, but I suppose.
Oh
But,
yeah. Oh, I definitely had a bunch of cards made,
yeah.
but sometimes I run into people, and I'm like at a
So what's
eatery, or on the
is the,
bus or
so,
something, and
so the man
call off.
himself has arrived. Guy Cook. The Cook
So-
Report.
But you know what else you could do with these? You could get some inexpensive discs, program them to send people to your website or the special page I told you about. You can stick the discs. What I'm going to do is to stick the discs at different venues here around town with permission of the store owner. And then, yeah.
There we go.
You're
So-
welcome.
I know. So, Guy Cook, what's been happening?
Well, I tried to host the domain 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗧.com for free for years, and I was doing it through Google. And then, the last couple of days they had trouble loading the page, and I said, "What's going on?" And so I started digging into it. There was 80,000 hosts sharing that same address in Kansas City. And I said, "Well, that's overselling the IP." So this
Wow.
morning, I started about 6:30 my time this morning, moving it to WordPress.com. I don't have to pay, but that's nature of the beast.
Okay. There we go.
That's what I've been doing to stay busy. And then here in the desert where we live, we have to irrigate, right? So
Wow.
yesterday I noticed, I said, "Hey, where's there should be telltale wet spots." I didn't see any. I said, what the heck? So the water wasn't working. Just like you turn on a hose bib on the side of your house on the irrigation pump where the water comes in, there's one of those too. I turned it on, it was going glug, 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 sucking the air back in the empty pipe. And so I said, okay, well, who do I call? And so they said, the guy that mows my lawn, Ray, said to call the Kennewick Irrigation District. So I called them up. He says, "No, where you live is like a private community. They have their own water company. So all we do is pump it into a pond." And so my brain says, they're not pumping it in a pond. They're pumping it in a slough. That's where you put irrigation water in a large body of irrigation water.
Okay.
So I said, "How come the slough's not working? Because I don't have any water." And so the Kennewick Irrigation District, although they don't service this area, they still rolled a truck. A guy came to my door and says, "I talked to the water master," that's the quarterback in their huddle, and he told me that the pump went out on the pond, on the slough. So they weren't redistributing the water that was coming in, but nothing was going out. And so it was flooded and there was a big mess and all kinds of stuff. He said, they're working on it right now. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I bet they are. Because if the pump is out, nobody's got water. And you can't go for days on end with no water. All your plants would dry up and die all the way.
Wow.
So, that do you not see the tag? You tagged it in a website earlier on the post in Work in Focus, and I just tagged you back to see it had a lot of 404s, just to let you know.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what they built that site with. I didn't look at it that long, but she needs to be aware of that and redirect the 404s to a landing page, like an oops, we know you're looking for something, but we don't have it, or whatever they want to do. So they don't have any broken links. Because as soon as you get broken links and Google says, oh, there's a lot of pages that don't resolve on this server, they decrease your rank.
Oh, yeah.
How do you take control of a 404 page?
Oh, you set up a redirect in your htaccess file. You say if somebody requests to go to 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗧.htm and you don't have that page, then you set it up to assign any requests that go to 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗧.htm will really go to ramsey.htm. That's the go-to page.
Wow.
Or you can set up like I was saying, just a oops page that, we know that you're looking for something and we don't have what you asked for. Please let us know or something. So you're made aware of it. And that's what
that's better than just 404. Yeah.
Right. Instead of it just going poof and blowing up in the air.
Yeah. Sometimes they say that page, or they'll announce that the page isn't working, and then they have a link for their website. So you can go back, at least back to find your way back to the website.
Or if they spell Durham wrong, like so say that they spell it DURHOM, skywriter.com.
Actually, we do have an alternative spelling, DURM.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then anytime
That's like an accepted HIP revisitation of
good for the
spelling.
neighborhood, right? But anyway, that's what we've been messing with the most.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I forgot to put my earrings on. Oh,
Uh-oh. That's a don't you get demerits for that?
Oh, I think I'll live. I'll just put them on later.
Oh, and the other thing I did today
Mm-hmm.
as part of this domain thing is you verify your domain name with the meta. It's business.facebook.com is the URL. And you go in there and you verify your business domains so that your umbrella, all the domains you want to have ads for eventually someday, you put them into that bucket.
You said pages who?
It's business.facebook.com whack settings whack owned dash domains
On desk? Wait.
owned dash domains.
Oh, okay.
So that it's basically
Wow.
so you're going to verify that you own the domain, just like you verify it with Google Analytics
Sure.
or
Sure.
any other entity.
Okay. Excellent.
In fact, let me share that screen to you, because by virtue of having dual monitors, we talked about that the other day, Fraser.
He keeps showing off Fraser every chance he gets.
You get likes to.
Yeah, I have 44 inches of domain. Now this is what it's going to look like.
Okay.
And then you go in, because I just set this domain Guy R. Cook up and it's moving. I can't put the
blow
code
that up
in.
just a little bit. Yeah,
Okay,
blow that up just a touch if you could.
Let's see where
If it's
goes.
possible.
There we go.
There you go, smart.
Say when.
I'll do. Cool. The guy are cool.
Yeah, thank you.
I do remember the days of sitting there and we said I'm blabbing. So let's have it's just so long ago, but I just said, why didn't you have the Guy Our Cook Report podcast and a quick graphic and ka-ching? It happened.
Yes. It was on a Thursday afternoon. I remember it very well. In fact, I was there.
Where are you
the next day, Fraser comes back and goes, Did you do this? Yeah, I did it. The big impasse was making the graphic. And then we found out that the Cook Report can't be the Cook Report because there's a big political thing, blog, podcast, whatever, called the Cook Report. So that's when it evolved and became the Guy R. Cook Report. You can see it right there. That's where I've already done the verification there on Podbean.
There you go.
So
awesome.
That can happen. In fact, on Podbean, I'm going to show you. This is a shameless plug here.
Shameless plug.
If I go to the Guy R. Cook Report,
I think you should just got a T-shirt in front of you called the Shameless Plug.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, or even just your hat. The hashtag the Shameless Plug.
Yeah.
And then everybody will ask him what that means, which means then he'll launch into his shameless plug.
The Shameless Plug.
Okay, this is logging in to.
Whoa.
That guy's got a million episodes. How many episodes have you got?
This is showing you just the last 14 days of stats, and right now, today I'm up 466%. It's going up, but on the previous day, on Sunday, this number here was 1,200 and something.
You've had
Nice.
18,000. Bloody
Yeah.
hell. Bloody
Nice.
hell.
Well, that's all time. That's
I know.
not really that big a number.
Yeah.
To you.
Anyway,
But anyway, if you're going to do a podcast, if that's part of your adventure, I would consider Podbean to be best of the rest.
Better than Anchor?
Better than Anchor.
Okay.
Anchor is free, but it's not. I can't see it always being free. You know, eventually they're going to have to sell that to pay for stuff.
I wonder.
Well, I don't think Anchor's like Route 6. Well, Route 6, we don't get paid. We're all volunteers. But
Yeah.
Anchor, I don't suspect they're all volunteers.
wait, John, I'll show you mine. Here's my back. Here's my back end, but this sounds a bit wrong. Anyway, here's my sorry. My Podbean.
Well,
Out
that's
loud.
going to drive up traffic.
If you stop sharing, I'll share.
And they say, yeah, Fraser Ramsey was showing his back end.
Share screen
Right,
there.
Pimple City, hang on.
Yeah, sure. Let me go to Chrome tab. Where is it? Podbean dashboard. That's it there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's mine. Not bad, considering I've had one. I had a download yesterday, and that's
Okay.
17.9 over all time. So not too
Yeah.
bad, considering I've been doing it since the end of started doing it. Originally was the Hattrick and Ramsey Unleashed podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember those days.
Yeah, that was way back, and it rebranded in 2018. Yes, it's been 4 years ago since the rebrand, technically.
Wow.
So that's mine there. So not too shabby, I have to say. It's not too bad.
shabby at all. Nice.
So that's not too bad. I mean, consider it's just. I mean, it's not like I've got two to actually edit and upload. They're on YouTube, but I need to actually. Yeah.
Now, do you track best times a day to post your content?
No. Because
I started using an app. In fact, I heard about it from something that Eileen Smith was doing with Steve Dotto.
Granny
vidIQ, and the vidIQ, one of the spokes in the wheel at vidIQ is that it gives you. I'll show you. It gives you the best time of day.
So it's Guy Cake's one-liners of there's random stuff. It just kills you.
You're so giggly.
Sorry, one of the spokes in the wheel. That's just gets you.
The one I really cracked him up the most was one day Fraser said, "Oh, thanks so much. Thank you for doing that." I says, "Well, it'll be on your invoice."
I know that was
He lost it over that.
I know.
Now this one is vidIQ, and these are all the stats you get for your video. But one of the things I like is down here on the corner,
There's Eileen.
it gives you the best times of day
Eileen.
to have your video happen. So if I'm going to do a launch of a video on YouTube, because there's thousands and thousands, so why not do the best time of day when most of your users are looking? So on Monday, I want to launch at 9 a.m.
Okay, go
Now,
ahead.
That is so weird, though. Does this work?
Right, I need
On
to.
Tuesday, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's interesting, Guy. I need to actually go into a quotation at the moment, so I'm going to.
Right.
We can actually, I wouldn't mind. Well, I'll chat to you. We can do. That's quite interesting. Also, I forgot to ask you, what's that? I've forgotten the tool that you use, which helps you with your podcast titles. That you type in something, or it gives you the right.
Oh, that's the headline analyzer. I'll show you.
We can do that just quickly if you can. I'm just about to chuck some shoes on and head out the door. So I'm going to do a quote.
Yeah. Fraser's taking care of business right now.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by, Fraser, though.
No, it's good. I'll chat to you later, Guy, when I'm back.
There it is. AMInstitute.com whack headline.
Okay.
And then you put your headline in here, right? Whatever it is. And let me grab a headline real
Just
quick.
run out the flagpole and see if it waves.
Yeah. Fraser.
They're old, but they just still crack you up.
That likes to clean. Huh? Does that sound familiar?
What? Sorry.
What?
Okay.
𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟,
Yeah,
the company that likes to clean. That's
yes,
the tagline.
correct.
So then
Okay.
I just
Dusters, the
click
company.
on submit for analysis, and I'm getting a 50%.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's darn good. Most
Okay.
most copywriters will get between 20 and 30%. If you get 30 to 40%, you're really got a zinger. If you do 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟, the company that likes to clean, you get a 50.
Type in
Wow.
Edinburgh. You got to type in Edinburgh Dusters, really, not my name.
Okay.
And that's
Remember what you wish for.
I know.
Edinburgh Dusters.
Edinburgh
There we go.
Dusters.
The company I likes to clean.
The company that likes to clean. I like how that sounds.
You can throw that in the pond and see if it floats.
Okay, we're going to throw that one in the pond, and it gets a score of.
So it's less. So my name is actually more better than the actual company. I guess.
What?
It seems to be personalization.
Interesting. It's not bad. So
That's
So
surprising.
anyway, every headline that I use goes through this process of the analyzer,
okay, sweet.
and it's got to score at least a 20, because sometimes, your headline's got to say what you're about, what you're doing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so if it comes up with a score of like 20, I can live with that. One
Cool.
time, one day. But if you get a 50, oh my gosh.
So when you're saying headline, that's like YouTube video titles, right? Is that what you mean?
It's like the headline is the title. Whether it's
okay.
the title. So let's go to.
So Pat, you could probably maybe use that for some of your titles of your news. You could put it in and hit the button, and if it comes up, that might help you.
Yeah, I tend to use my show name, but I do make videos
Yeah.
like incidental.
But I would say so. I think the higher the percentage will give you you'll be more found rather than the less you're less found kind of thing.
I will use this tool for my incidental videos. Yeah, for sure. Because sometimes I'll go to a game or a garden or a special event.
Like neighbor goodies, I put neighbor goodies in to analyze it because it's one of the titles on your home.
What's the page name? Yeah, it's the page name. Mm-hmm.
0. Nada.
What's the page name? Yeah, that's fine. It is a page name. It's not a title. So thank you. Okay, I will definitely check that out.
I'm going to get myself up to a quotation. It's been nice to catch up. And
okay, Fraser. Hope you get a. I don't know if you have competition, but I do hope you get the gig and get a good price.
Yeah,
I'll catch up with you guys later on. Okay, I'll catch up. We can do that.
Thanks for the shout.
Say again.
Thanks for the shout. You did
Anyways,
on the Facebook and it said my name. That's why I even knew that you were about.
I know. That's what I thought. I thought you'd catch the fish eventually.
Oh, see, I looked at the clock first. It said 9:30. I said, "Oh, they can't still be going at 9:30. That's way past when Pat's normally, like sometimes
she's on overtime today, literally.
No, she said,
I get paid the same.
The meter's going.
Anyway, you guys have a good one. Thanks for letting
me.
See
you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye now.
All right. Oh, guy left. Oh, they're both gone. Okay, well, that's it then. Whoa, that was abrupt. So anyway, you can always drop in as well. I love it when people drop in. It is so much fun, as you just saw. It's also a good way to practice being on camera. If you're camera shy, I'm actually camera shy, but I'm so used to doing this now. It is so fun. So if you'd like to come on Bull City Hangout and practice doing this, you might want to do your own show eventually, or you might want to start putting yourself out in terms of getting business, being interviewed by people, etc., etc. So anyway, share this out if you don't mind. And then if I invite you to have a wonderful day. I do hope, I'm going to check my app here, my weather app. I hope it doesn't rain tonight because of that movie in Durham Central Park. So let me close my app and then reopen it so that I can get the latest forecast. Let's see. So it looks like it looks like it's definitely going to be raining tonight. Darn. Well, maybe they can reschedule it because, yeah. Anyway, with that, you know it rains. We're in North Carolina. What can you say? Have a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.